If you're a man over 50 and you've noticed your erections are weaker, your bathroom trips are more frequent, or your core just feels off, you might be blaming your age, your hormones, or your diet. But what if I told you there's a single everyday habit that could be silently destroying one of the most important muscle groups in your entire body? It's not your abs. It's not your glutes. It's your pelvic floor. The hidden foundation of male strength, bladder control, and sexual vitality. And the worst part? Most men engage in this habit every day without ever realizing it's the reason they're losing function down there. In this video, I'll show you what that habit is and how to reverse the damage before it's too late. I'm Dr. Daniel Hayes. For over 10 years, I've worked with thousands of men over 50 to restore their strength, sensitivity, and confidence naturally. No pills, no pressure, just real tools that work with your body, not against it. And this might be the most overlooked area in men's health today. Because your pelvic floor isn't just about bladder control. It's the hidden powerhouse behind blood flow, erections, and core stability. When it weakens, your entire foundation starts to crumble. But the good news? You can rebuild it. And it starts by breaking just one habit. A habit we're about to expose. George is 65. He's relatively healthy, watches his diet, and even walks every morning. But lately, things have been different. He started waking up without morning wood, something that had always been reliable, even into his early 60 seconds. He noticed dribbling after urination, a strange pressure in his lower abdomen, and worst of all, he felt like his drive was slipping away. Not just in the bedroom, but in life. His doctor said his testosterone levels were normal for his age. Blood sugar? Fine. Blood pressure? Managed. But something still wasn't right. George did what most men do. He blamed age, stress, maybe even old injuries. But he never once considered the muscle group no one talks about. His pelvic floor. And here's the truth. Many men over 50 are silently suffering like George. Not because of testosterone or aging, but because their pelvic floor is shutting down from a simple daily habit they've never been warned about. So, what's the habit that quietly kills your pelvic floor? Sitting. For hours. Every day. Without movement. Without activation. Without awareness. Think of your pelvic floor like the foundation of a house. It's made up of a group of muscles that support your bladder, bowels, and sexual organs. It also plays a crucial role in maintaining blood flow during arousal and in maintaining firm and long-lasting erections. Now imagine this. You sit at the breakfast table, then in the car, then at your desk, then again during dinner, and finally on the couch before bed. Each hour of sitting, especially with poor posture, acts like slow pressure on a garden hose. The blood flow decreases. The nerves become desensitized. And over time, the muscles responsible for contraction, control, and responsiveness begin to atrophy. According to Harvard Health and multiple urology journals, a weak pelvic floor has been linked to erectile dysfunction, urinary incontinence, poor core stability, even increased risk of prostate issues. And here's the kicker. Most men don't even realize their pelvic floor is weakening until the symptoms become impossible to ignore. It's not just about age. It's about disuse. And the longer it goes unnoticed, the harder it becomes to reverse. 1. The 2-minute wake-up pelvic activation. Why it works. Your pelvic floor responds well to gentle, conscious activation, especially after hours of sleep-induced inactivity. By doing this routine first thing in the morning, you send blood flow to the area and begin rebuilding neural connections. How to do it? While still lying in bed, place one hand just below your navel. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, gently contract the muscles you'd use to stop urination midstream. Hold for 3 seconds, release, repeat 10 times. This simple move wakes up the neuromuscular loop between the brain and the pelvic floor. And over time, can reignite morning wood naturally. 2. Switch to active sitting and kill lazy posture. Why it works. Slouching compresses the pelvic floor and reduces circulation. Correcting your posture re-engages deep core muscles and reduces pressure. How to do it. Use a rolled towel behind your lower back. Adjust chair height so knees are just below hip level. Sit upright with feet flat and core slightly engaged. Better yet, use a stability ball or kneeling chair for part of your day to keep your pelvis alive. 3. Add this stretch, deep squat hold. Why it works. The deep squat is a natural human position that decompresses the pelvic region, stretches tight hip flexors, and improves circulation to the pelvic floor. How to do it. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart. Lower into a deep squat, keeping your heels on the floor. Hold for 30 seconds to 1 minute. If needed, hold onto a table or wall for balance. Repeat 2-3 times daily. This not only stretches neglected muscles but resets the base of your spine and pelvis. 4. Walk barefoot or use minimalist shoes. Why it works. Strong feet equals strong pelvis. Modern shoes block sensory input from the ground, which reduces the natural activation chain from foot to pelvic floor. How to do it. Spend 10-15 minutes walking barefoot on safe, clean surfaces, grass, sand, carpet. Or switch to minimalist shoes during walks. You're not just helping your posture, you're reconnecting your pelvic stability system from the ground up. 5. Pelvic floor pulse training. 2x divided by day. Why it works. This isn't the same as traditional Kegels. This technique involves pulsing contraction instead of holding, targeting fast twitch fibers responsible for sexual function. How to do it. While standing or sitting, gently contract your pelvic floor muscles in quick pulses, squeeze and release once per second. Do 30 pulses in a row. Repeat 2 sets twice a day. This builds endurance, strength, and responsiveness, key for blood flow and control during intimacy. 6. Limit time on hard surfaces or use a pelvic pillow. Why it works. Hard surfaces compress nerves and blood vessels beneath the pelvis, especially if you sit for long hours. How to do it. Use a soft gel seat cushion or donut pillow that lifts pressure off the tailbone and perineum. Take breaks every 30-45 minutes to stand or move around. This small shift protects circulation and prevents long-term nerve desensitization. 7. Finish every day with the reverse pressure stretch. Why it works? After a day of compression and tension, this move decompresses the pelvic bowl and resets muscle tone. How to do it. Lie on your back with knees bent and feet flat. Place a pillow under your hips to gently tilt the pelvis upward. Breathe deeply and let your lower belly soften. Stay for 3-5 minutes. This position opens the pelvic outlet and restores calm, parasympathetic tone, perfect before sleep. You're not broken. You're not weak. And you're definitely not too old. What you're experiencing isn't a failure of manhood. It's simply your body's way of asking for support. Your pelvic floor, this hidden system of muscles, has been doing its best for decades. Without thanks, without attention, and without training. But now that you know, you have a choice. A choice to reconnect, to rebuild, to reclaim the strength, stability, and vitality you thought were lost. Start with one habit, one stretch, one small shift. And like George discovered, when you release the pressure and give your foundation the care it deserves, everything changes. You stand taller. You move with more confidence. You wake up with energy. And yes, your body responds the way it's meant to again. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about returning to a version of yourself that feels fully alive. And trust me, he's still in there. If this video opened your eyes to something your doctor never told you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, a brother, or someone who's quietly dealing with the same struggles. Sometimes, the most powerful changes start with one honest conversation. And if you'd like more science-backed tools to restore strength, circulation, and bedroom confidence. This channel is for you. Subscribe now and join thousands of men over 50 who are rebuilding from the inside out. Not with gimmicks, but with truth, awareness, and real action. I'll see you in the next video.